Hey there, Bridget Dolgoff, Conscious of Economics and Urban Farm Project. This is part 2. Anyway, I have a really busy day today, and just trying to get things tied up. But my video only holds so much, so it cut me off on part 1. So this is part 2. And so I was talking about, 60 alternative, doctors, practitioners, researchers being murdered in the last 3 years. I mean, like blatantly murdered. Like some of them have just been shot on their desk in their clinics. I mean, or found dead, several blocks away from their house. I mean, like blatant. I mean, and nobody seems to really care about actually, looking into it, because if you go against the status quo, you have a different idea of what science is, what medicine is, all these other functions, then, now instead of fighting against you and well, they do that too. First they financially destroy you, then they discredit you, and they just make you out to look like a total, crackpot. The thing is, like, I'm no crackpot. I been on this planet for 48 years, and I've studied, I've gone to school, I've done apprenticeships, I've, been around. I have like 25 years of continued education. And so, you can discredit me all you want, but in the end, people are going to find out that I was right. And they're going to find out that a lot of these other people that have been off have been right. And so, yeah, it's really this whole thing about me lobbying and everything that's happened, and attack and thrown out of offices, and it's just been a really, really, really tough emotional deal. Meanwhile, I came off of, being handled by lots of, prominent men, and even boyfriends, are my handlers. I've been pretty much handled by, so many people that it's hard for me to even figure out if, people are my real friends, people are my real colleagues, because the handling in my life, my entire life, has been so epic. I was even handled by a psychologist that I went to, and it didn't work in their favor. NASA trying to kidnap me through this psychologist, and they murdered him. They cut his wrist and hung him, right here in Reno, Nevada, and then burned the building down, where the psychiatry offices that I went to. So it's a really tough road, and then losing my entire family, and then on top of it having brain cancer, and then having to battle financially and emotionally and mentally, and really, having to do a lot of soul searching. Am I harming people? Am I doing things that are wrong? And, the conclusion is no. I practice do no harm. I mean, like a video I was talking about yesterday, I'm like really starting, the system is corrupt, but I'm really starting to kind of look at the whole, sovereignty, common law, man on the land, and, how white people have kind of used it, and it becomes all about the money, and them, another tool to be used to, be above other people, and to harm other people. These people don't always disclose all the truth. So I would really, really appreciate people like Judge Anna. And, I love her because of, the work that she's doing. So anyway, this is the end of part 2, and I have stuff that I have to do today. But, for all of you out there that are still alive, still kicking, still fighting, still dealing with a lot of the harm and abuse and threats and prison and, you know, whatever else that they, you know, the system has done to you, murdered your family, harmed your family, and whatever else. I just want to say that, you know, my heart goes out to you. I fully 100% understand. And I fully get it. And I can't wait for the day when more people finally start waking up to see what's going on and what's happened and the atrocities and the people that have been eliminated. You know, each person that gets eliminated, whether you're discredited or whatever else, is another choice that's taken away from the public that they can't ever get back. And choice is everything. Isn't that what America is supposed to be founded on? Isn't that always like what the argument and fight is? Choice, the freedom of choice. Well, let me just tell you, you don't have choices, especially in healthcare, because they're like plucking us off left and right. Those of us that are, you know, outside of the box, kind of a thing. So, and every day I just get up and I just keep going. You know, I realized yesterday that a big problem that I have is that I've had a broken heart. In 2018, it'll be 20 years that I've had a broken heart. When I first realized I was being handled, and that I couldn't trust anybody around me or that approached me. And that really kind of has kind of destroyed me. But you know what? I'm getting stronger, and I'm, you know, I keep it together. I, you know, keep it on the road, even though I have speed wobbles. And I just focus in on one moment at a time. You know, I'm not even really looking at the future. I have no idea what the future holds. The stuff that's going on right now is horrific. The good guys that are really trying to stabilize this world and help and free the world and people is just being, you know, fought. I mean, we could end up in nuclear war because of the decisions of, you know, the bad guy leaders that are running our countries. We could very well end up in a war where, you know, Russia and China nuke us off the map because they can't get rid of the bad guys. Their roots are so deep in America. That's why they came here and stole America, and, you know, started the system of America. I mean, it's the probably most enslaved country. I mean, I think most people would be surprised that everything in your mainstream media is a lie. I mean, a complete and fabricated lie. And our media, we have, you know, some of the most controlled media that there is worldwide. You don't hear, did you hear about the 60, you know, alternative doctors and practitioners and medical researchers that have been murdered over the last 3 years? Have you even, any kind of news, have you ever heard anything like that? No. They don't want you to know. So, you know, we need everybody to start the battle. You know, everybody needs to jump in to the, what do they call them? The foxholes. We need everybody to start jumping in the foxholes. Do your research. Start studying. Take a look. Dig, 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 dig. And make your choices from what you find. And yeah, is it going to be catastrophic psychologically for you? Fuck yeah! It is going to be a death. It'll feel like a worse death than a physical death. But you know what? The truth will set you free and make you miserable. That's what one of my teachers said. Anyway, that's it. It's all I've got for you. Hopefully we'll be able to do a video later on today about assemblage point, the shamanic blow. But anyway, wish me luck. Big day. Kind of freeing myself from some solid world stuff today, so I can be a little bit lighter on my feet. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bridget Lynn Dolgoff, Conscious of Economics and Urban Farm Project. Adios. Bye-bye.